Hello and welcome to Rule of Thirds, a conversation about art, design and culture with your hosts
Burns,
Mike
and Jude.
If this is your first time listening, welcome to the family. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram at Rule of Thirds Pod. Don't be shy to say hi.
A question about the arts and the craft. If you didn't know, then it's good that you asked. You tune into the culture. Just the rule of thirds. If you want to, you could tune at work, yeah. And tell me, does that frame fit good? Does it feel right? You want to steal a photo for your website, but you want a logo we can design, right? Yeah.
Where is my remunerations? Have you been chased for deliverables for a project and then chased for invoice in return? We can relate to. What does influencers and creative directors have in common? From God Save the Queen to God Save the King. We discuss this and more in today's episodes of The Rule of Thirds. Enjoy.
Oh wait, are we going in?
Yeah, we started.
We're good.
How are you doing, Jude?
I was thinking, what is going on? No, I'm good. I'm tired. The weather is not great, but other than that, yeah, everything else is fine. What about you, Burns?
Wait, that was so weird because you said
No.
I'm good.
I
What?
wasn't ready.
No, because you looked at Mike and you said,
You
"How
really
you
did.
Did I?
No,
Yeah.
you threw him off. It's good. I liked it.
Wow.
It was
Anyway.
What, psychological games?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, it feels weird though, like in terms of temperature now. Car, I swear that it must have turned like 1st of September or whatever.
Yeah, and then everything just vanished, didn't it?
It has vanished.
Yeah.
But it's getting warmer now though.
Weirdly,
It's 20 degrees today.
in the morning it was
Doesn't feel
cold,
like
and then
it,
yeah,
though.
it just kind of. It's England.
Yeah, man. Do you feel like it has an effect on your mental?
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Because I feel like
All right, Michael, speak about it then.
Damn.
Just like, how you feeling?
No, I feel good. Don't
Oh,
worry.
oh, but
I'm
the
great.
weather-
I'm great. But I'm just saying, you know when it will get to like November time,
Yeah,
it's dark.
That's
till
what
like
that's what I
10
don't want to
a.m.
see.
kind of. That's my favorite time of the year.
Favorite time of the year.
Yeah. I don't like summer in this country.
Imagine you go to work here. You go in at night, at day.
Yeah,
and
come back at
you
night.
van-
You feel like a man. That's how you feel like a man. You go to
No.
work. You're coming home. You're like, yeah,
You feel like
I've
you're
done
in
a day's
you feel like,
work.
You feel like you're in jail.
Wait,
Bro,
what?
No, listen. How can you enter the office,
Yeah,
only get like 1 hour lunch where you see the sun,
yeah,
you come back out in this darkness?
yeah.
That's crazy.
What do you need the sun for?
Right, sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Leader of the group.
As in,
no.
so what do you need
Yeah,
the
I
sun
feel
for?
like I'm working. I'm
No,
like,
deep it though, because like if you're working more time when you wake up early in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
if you're commuting for time, you're waking up in the dark anyway, and you go back home in the dark.
But even waking up in the dark is crazy, man.
I like it.
Okay.
Nah, you lot hate it because I don't understand what's
it feels,
the
it
issue.
feels like bondage waking
Okay,
up in the dark.
Do you work better at night or in the morning time?
What do you mean?
You know, like just when you're designing and stuff.
Wait, say that again?
Nighttime or daytime?
As in designing,
Productivity.
nighttime.
I hear that.
That's what I'm saying.
But still, you
So if you're going home and it's
but
dark,
you want the sun.
Night.
for what? For vitamin D. The supplements for that.
Yes. No.
It cannot always be night.
Oh my god.
Get out.
But yeah, how's the week been? Oh my god.
Wow, that was very packed.
It's been good.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
this is a deep thought.
Yeah.
The way you're thinking about it sounds like something.
I'm alive. So
Wow.
we
Praise
move.
God.
How's
Good, praise God,
freelancing?
praise God. Good.
Oh, is that why you're nodding
yeah,
like
I was like,
profusely?
it's great.
Oh my
Pay me.
goodness.
It's great.
Yeah, run the
It's
peas,
great.
man. Run
But
the peas.
pay me. But it's great.
Run the peas.
Are you still
Yeah.
chasing like invoices?
But also, it's a thing of like, this person, their
Yeah.
payment period is 30 days. This person, TBC. So it's just like, okay, we're back in this now. But it's fine. It's fine. I
least you're
missed the
getting paid.
I missed no, that's the thing. In theory,
run the
oh,
peas, man.
business is great.
Oh really? Oh, that's
yeah.
good.
Business
The-
booming.
Yeah, the reality though is just like, okay.
Mm.
But it's okay. 'Cause
Okay.
30 days, 15 days, 7 days, 90 days.
I think they
I
changed
swear
the.
it can't be 90 days no more.
Yeah,
I hope so.
they've cancelled that now.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
It's 30 days now, max, isn't it?
Maximum 30 days.
Yeah, run the peas, man.
Yeah. But like I was telling you,
one.
put the 10% on there.
10%.
So basically, I think in the UK, as a freelancer, you're like eligible to kind of put a 10% like extra fee
Late fee.
every single time.
That's
So if
alright.
they don't pay, just keep adding.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know the extra
But
time.
then
The
can
every
you-
time.
Can you do that if you haven't put that in your contract, though?
So you have to put at the bottom of your invoice when
That's-
you send
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah. So if you're listening, just put it at the bottom, innit? Get some free,
It's
some extra
Oh my
money
god.
if you need to. Because I know a lot of people, like some people. I think I have an invoice right now that hasn't been paid for like 2 years.
Sorry.
It's only like £80, but like it's been 2
But
years.
still, when,
2
when
years.
it comes
Yeah.
to them collecting the work, oh, we need this immediately.
Yeah.
But then when it comes,
I think it's 2 years. 2 years, yeah.
I've
2022.
I've
yeah.
actually realized that thing's a myth, you know.
What?
That I need the thing immediately
it's a lie.
because
It's
I've delivered work immediately and I've not seen it come out. I was like, so you stress
Yeah,
me
we
for,
need this now. It's like, no, you don't.
you stress me for nothing.
And it will be like ridiculous times. Like someone asked me on Sunday, they were like, "Are you working today?" I was like,
Sir.
"Wait." First of all, the Queen died. Like I'm in mourning.
I'm mourning.
Yeah, I'm in mourning. Like you shouldn't be asking me such questions. They're like,
man.
"Yeah, you working? Can you send me?" Like, no,
Nah,
I,
man,
ca-
That's
I
actually
cannot.
very true. That's how.
Not in the
mm.
Queen's funeral,
Will I
man.
say this? I
What?
will. Someone like messaged me like, oh, like I was supposed to send a first draft or something. right?
Yeah.
On like, let me change the days, but they don't even listen to this, so it's fine. On Friday, and we're cool as well. And I told them like, early in the morning, like 1 a.m. You know what? The way it's looking, I might not be able to get to you for Friday, but I'll try and
Yeah.
get to you for Sunday.
Uh huh.
And then they said, the next morning. No, was this? Wait. Yeah. So Friday had passed. Saturday morning,
Yeah.
I get a message saying, I actually wanted to use this for something coming up in the week. And then after that paragraph, what are we going to do in terms of like remuneration? I said, huh?
Wait, what?
Very,
Break it down.
Yeah, wait,
I
that.
said, wait a damn minute.
Remember who?
So I said, okay, cool.
Say remo-
let me know.
Remuna.
I said,
What?
wait. I said, first draft as well. So bearing in mind, you've got the raw video. I still need to add like lower thirds, graphics.
Yeah.
I still need content from yourself
Yeah.
before I send over the final thing, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So as that's happening, I'm just like, okay, cool. Let me know when that event is.
Yeah.
And you know what? It looks like I'm going to get to work. So I said, that Saturday, I was already going to work on it. So that Saturday, I'm going to working. I got him a first draft for that Saturday. Not Sunday, Saturday.
Why do I feel like I know this person?
yeah, I can't lie.
I feel like you both do. And it's all love, but you know.
Love you, bro.
But yeah, I then was like, okay, yeah, so I need X, Y, and Z from you in order to like push this further. Get this to me as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Saturday went past.
Yikes.
Sunday went past. I sent another message in the morning because I think part of me, no, not even I think, I know I was pissed.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so if this is what we're doing, let's match the energy. Cool. So can I get X, Y, and Z from you, please? And please, can you let me know when this event is? Because I don't remember you saying it was before Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I was really like, you know, like stuff has been happening. I'll try and get back to this soon.
Mm-hmm.
Monday has come. Tuesday has come. It's Wednesday. I still haven't got the things that I needed from that person. So I was like, oh, but I thought we needed this for the thing.
It wasn't.
Bear in
Yeah.
mind, the initial purpose of the video wasn't even for that talk. It's for something else.
Right.
So I was just there like, because again, you mentioned, how are you going to remunerate me for X, Y, and Z?
Yeah. Remunerate.
Now I'm
What's
just
the
like,
word?
so that deadline wasn't really,
All the deadlines are fake.
yeah, because
Wait, I don't get it. Like, what is the point of making a fake deadline if you're not even going to stick to it?
It wasn't a fake deadline, but in their mind, I think they felt like things could be ready for that time.
Oh, okay.
But I was asking
And
every day
they didn't
for
provide.
certain things, and they didn't provide the thing.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was like, okay, so this deadline that we put, because especially when you were saying, the rate, I said, okay, wait a minute.
Remunerate.
Wait
No,
a
that's a
minute.
mad word,
So I guess
bro.
that story to say that,
think
yeah,
about
deadlines. Wow.
Let's remunerate.
Man, I was like using that. Man.
I can't like, yeah. Yo, bro. We gotta think this critically. Let's remunerate. let's remunerate before we move on. Now, okay, that sounds like a very busy.
And I'm still
busy-
waiting on the response.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
So
not, that's not very remunerative of him.
It's
is it?
not at all. But
Remunerate.
all I know is that when we next have a conversation, and the thing is, before when it came to confrontation, I used to be like, oh, you know, like it's
But now you've
fine.
changed.
Nah,
You're very remunerate.
I can't lie, yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, the game will toughen
Let's
you up,
talk
man.
about it.
It will toughen you up.
Wait, no, for real, it will.
Yeah.
It will.
I've become mad this blunt now.
You've always been blunt. What do you mean?
I know, but I feel like I'm more blunter.
Raw.
Because you know,
Hard edge.
you know what it is, yeah? Like, just run me the peas and everything will be cool.
Wait, okay. Scenario. I'm the client.
Yeah, go on.
Your Burns.
Yeah.
Thank you for your work. Amazing, as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speak soon. I owe you like, let's say £400. Something like what you saying?
I saw the speak soon in an email.
They always do that. It's like, oh wait, you forgot
And then
something.
they'll now put the initial like we're friends.
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah.
Or an X. Yeah.
Oh god.
So yeah, £400.
Yeah. Speak soon.
Speak
yeah.
soon.
I say nothing. Hey, Jude.
Hi.
As you can see on my invoice,
For my last email.
my details are as follows. Put my details there. Put my details there. Reattach the invoice. Speak soon.
Man said Uno reverse.
Said copy.
Because at that point now, how can you respond? You have to pay the money.
Wait, have you ever had a situation though where you send an invoice here and they just didn't respond?
I can't lie.
So you've got an email, yeah. You've been like, hey, just a reminder about the invoice.
You know,
You don't get anything.
you know what adds to this pain, yeah? You know how like Gmail sometimes has like smart functions where you can like
We'll even remind you as well.
see in the orange on the right hand side of that line.
What is it?
Sent 3 days ago.
Oh,
Reply.
Yeah. You want to respond back to them? Yeah.
perhaps, maybe not.
And when you see like 3 in a row, you're like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a good habit. But then I think being on the other side of it, sometimes you understand though, because when like finance
Yeah,
and
so
other
if,
like
if it's a company wise,
But you
That's
can
when it
just
gets
be
techie.
clear. Like
Yeah.
one company, they'll set like like you know how some people send you like a full thing.
yeah.
Like, okay, here's what we need. We need the PO number. We need this
Yep,
in it.
yep.
We need the address. This is
so
the
I've
structure.
actually got a lot of experience in this. My first job was in accounts payable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So literally, I used to, and the thing
Oh,
is,
you lot are the worst,
yeah,
man.
I can't lie, the worst. But the thing is, if you see the people that are inside that department, you
Like,
understand.
run me my thing.
Where everybody's on shambles. Because I can't like,
It's
accounts
man-
payable
it's-
is the worst.
It's man have come fresh out of uni, young G's. They're not. Like, I mean, like, oh, that's crazy. Like
They're actually the worst.
the people that are handling your money are not.
Because I remember I was commissioning it was my first video. Yeah. And I think it was like, they needed like 5K deposit,
Hey.
right? And they had got a catering team.
Oh,
They basically
no.
splashed the money before.
Oh,
So
They had
no.
they had set designers,
Oh no.
extras, everybody paid from their own money. Yeah, and the guy came to be like, "Yo, bro, bear in mind this Saturday, who am I gonna call accounts payable on this Saturday?"
yeah.
And they're like, he's like, "Bro, I can't we need the money today."
Today,
And I was like,
I'm on BMW.
I was like,
5K.
I was like, I can't lie, bro. If I could take my own money from my account, if I could take money from my own account and give it to you, I would do it, but I can't. And he was like, yeah, I hear it. So everything was cool. And then about like 2 hours in, suddenly he comes like, bro, like we're racking up costs. Can you speak to someone that accounts payable?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's Saturday.
it's
Yeah.
bro, it's
The man
Saturday.
don't work on them.
No.
There's nothing nothing I can
It's
do.
a Monday to Friday thing.
And he was like, all right, cool. And then right at the end of the whole thing, he was like, bro.
Said, please.
Like, he's like, bro, I know you can't do anything yet, but
I need the money, man.
I beg you.
I'm
He's like,
on my last.
he's like, Monday morning, please. I need that money. But the thing is, like, accounts payable, they'll be like, yeah, we'll get it to you.
lie.
When I tell you, it
No,
took
we're lying,
an
man.
extra 2 weeks.
Oh,
I believe that.
An extra 2 to the point where, like, basically the relationship between myself and
Oh,
that
wow.
company became like weird.
Oh no.
You know what it is though? With the accounts payable process, if number one, so a lot of it is like digital. So it comes in and it reads it off. So for example, say your invoice is very messy or it's not clear,
It will just.
it'll go into trash.
See?
So people will now email us saying, "Oh, I've not been paid.
Yeah.
But I can't find your invoice on the system
Hey.
because your invoice was rubbish." So firstly, you make sure your invoice is clear.
Yeah.
Put the PO number clearly.
And the address.
Clearly.
People be putting wrong addresses.
Yeah.
You end up getting paid next month.
And also, like, if you haven't been set up as a supplier,
That's another headache.
it adds.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? So there's different like sort of cogs in the wheel. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, man.
It's not. It's such a roughneck process. But then it's like then the other side of it is a client to client basis where they could just pay you straight away.
Yeah.
But then they'll be playing games with you, tic tac toe. Mom's doing left, right, center,
And
trying
then
to
the
figure out.
money is readily
The money,
available.
yeah, it's like, yo, like I'm short of funds this month. Let me get to you next month. It's like, but you said you needed it pronto.
Yeah.
I go into you pronto. Pay me pronto. You know what I'm saying?
That's
There has
the-
to be
that's
some
the
type
thing.
of, some type of balance to that. And there's no explanation, like Mike was saying. There's never any explanation of like, yeah, you know what? I know I said I needed it, blah blah, but this is the situation.
Especially it's the energy as well that you come at things with. That's what's irritated me about this scenario, because
Yeah.
I'm like, bear in mind, we have a working relationship and we're actually quite cool.
Yeah,
So that was just out of the blue,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, I can't lie.
It's the game.
And that's the thing.
And unfortunately, though, I feel like when you fast track designers to do stuff for you, you might actually not get the best quality of work.
That's the thing.
Not that we're gonna give you poor quality,
But it just
But
won't.
it
Yeah,
could have been-
naturally,
it could have
it's
been
not
better.
going to be as good as it
what I
possibly
mean?
could be because
Yeah.
you're Russian.
yeah. And I don't know who's gonna educate that.
I got a question.
Yeah,
So the Queen's funeral, yeah.
yeah. R.I.P. Queen Lizzie.
Yeah, Lilibet, gone too soon.
God save the king.
Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth, 19 something something to 2022.
Yeah.
That's
19, yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
You know that design, yeah?
The ER thing.
Like eat right, yeah. Do people get like do designers do they get paid on time? Do you reckon?
Yeah. I reckon the royal family pay P's immediately.
I can't see
I
that.
thought
But I hear
I
you.
probably think it was part of like a civil service job or something.
Oh, so it might be like
probably-
they've
public-
got
Yeah,
designers
they-
that actually
they
makes sense. Yeah.
We're saying designers. These people had the thing ready.
to be fair.
Well, the
In
ER
my
thing.
opinion,
No, the ER thing's always been
yeah,
there,
but
though.
like or even like an image of
But the
like
thing
Queen,
is-
Queen Elizabeth. Like I'm sure they had those things. So
Prepped up.
you know how there's like the whole like London Bridge is falling down operation and stuff. So I'm sure that's
Yeah,
part
London
of
Bridge,
it.
yeah.
Where
So,
if
It's like a whole pack of like
Yeah,
ready
yeah.
set.
Assets ready.
Yeah.
like JC Deco, all of these other advertising billboards were ready
Yeah.
with the same. I said,
However, I would
It
say
was swift still.
very
So-
quick.
at a person, I was on holiday, innit? And I was getting messages from people and seen on Twitter.
Oh, that must have ruined your holiday.
No, I definitely
Of
didn't.
course not.
Down,
But
said, more aware.
no, I can't lie. Because the thing is, the environment wasn't really giving more vibes because it was very.
Sun.
Oh, but when you came back, you suddenly. You
No, I promise you, I entered the Gatwick
I
airport.
saw Grace
I
guys.
f- if
all
if
you
not-
hear is home. Like
imagine the first screen I see is just Queen
Yeah.
Lizzie gone too soon.
I found it very weird though. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you find weird about it?
Because I remember I was going to Birmingham and I was on the underground and I just saw all the screens. You know when you go up the escalators and they have like different screens for like different
Yeah,
shows.
everything
All
black.
of them black, all the same picture, then a massive one. If you missed all of these, it's there
Is there? Yeah.
at the top.
Kanye was
I
ahead of the
said-
curve.
I said, okay.
The whole
okay.
black.
Yeah, Kanye done that. Kanye
Yeah.
didn't done that. Yeah.
Screaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, and like every billboard, every bus stop. Someone made a good point online, like, if this was another country,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
if there was a certain country where they follow maybe some different rules or practices or what's the word I'm looking for? Dictatorships. Same. I don't want to say same kind of vibe, but if you put them side by side without context, similarities are kind of there. But obviously, there's context. So
I mean,
there
no.
are differences.
I do hear what you're
Yeah, I
saying.
definitely hear what you're saying, but I think with the monarchy, in my opinion, anyway, is for tourism. At this stage.
yeah,
anyway.
I agree.
At this stage, because now
The amount of people
have
that
you
are
realized now people are now screaming, even the fact of like they say, freedom of speech. Funny enough, you should listen to the episode on the rule of thirds. But
You should. It's
yeah,
good,
no
it's a
free
good one.
speech, for example, like People getting arrested for saying no monarchy.
So you see that is a very tricky one, yeah, because
Mhm.
in essence, if your freedom of speech is considered, because your freedom of speech can impede someone else's way of life.
Yeah,
Right,
I
right.
feel like it's very disrespectful to do it at a funeral, though.
So and that's where because the thing is, if that person went online and said that, I don't think it would be a different reaction, you know what I'm saying. And I think whatever you put out, you have to be ready for the consequence of it. So you have the freedom to do it, but they also have the freedom to, I guess, arrest you based on how they feel your words or your, you know.
like there are like you know how there was certain laws because something to do with our human rights in the UK.
Pretty
changing,
Patel,
like,
Pretty Patel.
They want to like separate
she-
the UK.
she
to
got-
have our
She
own
changed something.
So like there's something about protesting and how like
It being like illegal now.
illegal. And
Yeah,
you can get
yeah,
arrested.
yeah.
And so that kind of plays into that. And I'm not gonna lie, when I see 100 people getting arrested, I was like, oh,
It's a different
oh,
ballgame.
this is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, and people are going to court
yeah.
already. I said, wow, okay. Bear in mind, like, obviously, this country, we have a very interesting relationship with, like, speech in general
Yeah,
and, like, how we don't like to admit to certain truths.
yeah.
So, I understand that, obviously, like, if you say there's consequences for your actions, but then surely a consequence of the monarchy's actions they should expect a certain response from certain people as a result.
But that's the thing. So I see a lot of TikToks. There's one white British lady on TikTok. She was saying that I'm sad that the Queen's gone. She was like a sort of like a grandmother kind of figure
To you?
to her. To be honest, I can't lie. It wasn't to her. I saw one Asian brother say the same thing as well.
I've seen some
And a lot,
yeah.
and a lot of, unfortunately, my Ghanaian people have disgraced me.
Said Tottenham.
I can't lie. I was so disgraced.
Black
they
and
made the whole
red.
we made the whole funeral.
Black and red.
No, but the thing is, okay, let's be fair though.
Ghanaians have
Ghanaians-
a real
yeah,
bondage
no,
to
they-
funerals, though.
They love
They
funeral.
love, celebrating
not
lives.
So it's
no, but
yeah.
their thing is extreme to the point.
They will look for an excuse to go
It's
to
a
funeral.
motive.
Yeah,
It's the
no,
fact.
it is.
I saw somebody else died like some time back, and the same thing happened at the
They'll
same
do it
place.
for they'll do it for anybody.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
who was it?
That was literally when I saw the steps. I said,
Oh, you're like,
again?
It's the spot.
Oh, who
That's the
was
spot.
it? I remember someone.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I can't remember who it was, but someone like shared footage from a previous event, and then we now saw
Oh, it's there
pictures
again.
of the same
Oh,
place.
it's gonna annoy me, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, Ghanaians love they love funerals,
Yeah.
and if it's a funeral where they get to put the best black and red on, come on
Yeah.
now.
But yeah, so the TikTok was, and she was saying that, but I understand that for many people, they see the Queen, and to be honest, I don't know much about it, so my context in it may be very vague, but like, they see the Queen as the figurehead of colonialism and of like
Yeah.
what like obviously the Commonwealth. I mean, she's the head of the Commonwealth.
head of the Commonwealth, so of course.
Yeah.
And these, like, how they try to rebrand it as like, I think BBC must have put it up as we explore the monarchy or the Queen's long-lasting relationship with Africa or with the Commonwealth. And somebody must have quoted it saying long-lasting relationship.
I mean, it was long lasting.
Yes, but
Relationship.
It wasn't.
Relationship makes it seem like equal footing and
like we
it was all
wanted to be
hunky-dory.
a part of.
Okay, it's like saying a toxic relationship.
It was very but long
It's
lasting.
still a relationship.
It's a
but
relationship, but it was a very bad relationship.
yeah.
And bearing in mind, they skirt over the realities of that relationship. It may,
Of course.
the way it's framed is that for the amount of years that we've been in connection with one another, it's always been great. We like
Yeah.
to celebrate each other's cultures because they like to showcase the beauty in that diversity.
But not
But-
But let's be real. If you're going to a funeral, you're not gonna be like, oh, he was a horrible person and he did this and he
Nah,
did that.
I mean,
But
kind of
no. Some people do say like at funerals, like the
Oh,
funeral.
I
You know
shouldn't
when they
laugh, I
like
shouldn't
go and
laugh.
like go up and like talk and say their things and give.
see that video?
Which one?
Oh, it was.
I'm thinking of two different.
It was
things.
terrible.
Oh my gosh, is it?
Oh,
Oh,
when
when
they
about
said
the one where she comes to
woman-
like tell.
that is something's a witch or like
No.
I've
The
seen that
poison.
one.
The wife and kids poison the.
So, like,
That's why in the
I'm
dream
not
or
saying
something.
that that's what you should do, but like
So I said, you can't say that.
You can't say that.
those things are for like the funeral. session, whatever you call it, ceremony, is for those who are like
Close.
mourning.
Yeah,
So,
morning. Yeah, exactly.
No matter what it's said, whether it's good or bad, it's almost like that's their own form of closure. Obviously, this was different because like it's a funeral that's like, you know, publicized to like all over the world.
4.1 billion is it's the most streamed.
I don't think that 4.1 billion.
Yes,
that sounds.
I feel like that's cap.
No,
I can hear it.
That sounds very.
I don't think we
Sounds
realize.
like cap to
I don't
me.
think we realize how Queen the Big is. I say Queen the Big is. How big the Queen is. I don't think we deep it. No, trust me, we don't deep it.
I can't lie. The Queen is
She's
famous.
massive.
She's famous.
I personally,
She's probably the most famous person in the world.
4 Billy sounds mad though. I can't lie.
that's half the population of the world.
I believe
4 Billy
that.
boys.
I believe
That's
that.
a crazy
Half
one.
half the population.
I believe that.
But then,
Do
it
that
kinda
many
sounds
people
real.
even have access to like?
Yeah, I believe that.
I really have to think about this.
I have to think about YouTube as
Like,
well.
I'm thinking
and
about
all-
India.
'Cause
Even India alone is like
Yeah,
is a
Maybe
big,
they all. I'm thinking. I don't know. Part of
I
me
feel
is
like
like
India is like
I'm
a
sure
billion.
they're-
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that if
But
that
part of me is
China's
thinking.
touching what?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something with me is just like I can't think of 4 billion people watching that.
But it's not at the same time. It could just
it
be.
doesn't have, yeah.
No, it is.
Fair,
They'll do
okay.
like maybe like some had a duration of 30 seconds,
Okay, fair
but
enough.
it's still counted. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So,
Maybe I'm a hater.
maybe.
4 billion people.
but
Yeah.
to be honest though, the Queen in terms of her
No,
character, I think she's an amazing woman. But no, listen.
I don't know her enough.
From what I watched a video with Obama. Obama released like a sort of like a video of like a what do you call it?
Montage.
Montage. Yeah, montage,
Oh,
the
okay.
celebration of a life kind of
Very
thing.
nice.
And they talked about how like when they went to London, the Queen invited them back for dinner or whatever, and how she got the little kids to like, well, not little anymore, but how they got them to basically go into the golden car or whatever
Oh, the carriage thing.
carriage in the Buckingham Palace grounds and
That's
stuff.
nice. no, you know what it is?
I guess yeah.
Similar to you. I can't pretend like I know this sort of person because I really don't. I
Yeah.
don't
No,
know.
we
you.
we don't.
What
but
I
as
know
in-
of her is not what like again because she's a very multifaceted person, and I feel like it won't be fair to be like she's just this.
and she
'cause-
can't have a public opinion, by the way.
yeah, and I'm
At
saying
the end of the day,
it is a lot. Of,
she played a role.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think
Yeah.
it's more what she represents.
is a representation. Yeah, that's when
and
it
that's
gets a
the
bit tricky.
complication. I think. Like
I had a
there's-
conversation with somebody as well, and
Yeah.
they were saying that maybe the patriarchal sort of
Mhm.
system
Mhm.
might come into play now that we've got a king.
Oh no!
And we've got many kings coming.
Do you not feel it when the minute someone said "God save the king"? I said, "Ooh,
I can't lie.
That can
Even
go bad.
as a man, a
it
part of
feels
me was a
not-
bit like,
it feels not.
white man.
Is this treason? I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
But it feels weird.
Like obviously the white man. Obviously, everyone understands that that's
yeah,
the
the
highest
pinnacle of-
of privilege.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like
It might get tricky now. I
It's a
feel
bit
like
weird.
people are gonna push back now, and
it's the worst
and
culture.
you know
generation.
why?
Yeah.
Because the men are gonna feel away.
which men?
Like as in I think, with like, let me collect my thoughts. So
Pressure is
this reminds
getting
me, for real.
worse.
This reminds me of like Twitter. Someone was like, "Oh, like we have a king now." That's a bit. Somebody may said it's nice to be nice, and I was just there
It's
like,
nice to be nice.
that's funny. But I feel like actually maybe it won't. Because I'm thinking about it in two sides. One side is that, okay, leadership, people like leadership, men like other powerful male figures. So there could be a form of like camaraderie and like.
I was talking about the everyday man, by the way.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that because I'm thinking about different groups
very-
of people, right? Like the same way Trump got a certain like demo of
Demographic.
people who really supported him because he was like, oh, this free thinker, he's radical, he's this, but obviously like
I don't think it's the same way.
the king's not really, you know, we
I
don't-
mean, like Bert was
the,
saying,
br-
they're
the,
not
br-
even.
the brand is different and they're not allowed to have public opinion and
Yeah.
stuff. But there is sometimes maybe a sort of like, I don't know, for lack of a better word, reverence that you may have for that kind of figure.
I hear you.
But then in the same breath, I also feel like some people may feel away because it's like, I'm saying God save the king. Even saying
I
king
see.
as a guy. For
I find it
might
weird
be
to
like,
be honest.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I've always liked the aspect of a queen rather than a king.
But that's
in my
because
opinion.
that's the only thing we've had in our lifetime.
that is
and,
very
that,
true.
and that's the
That
thing
is
as well.
very
And I
true.
think that's also
It's hard-
why
it's hard-
it
it's hard to
adds-
get
it adds
used to
to
something
it
like
is a new dynamic.
She's
for
on
us.
she's on everything. She's on
Yeah.
our money. She's on our post boxes.
It's-
She's
it
on
feels
our
very-
stamps.
I hope I don't get arrested. It feels very oppressive to me. It feels very Game of Thrones.
But like I was saying, I feel like he's gonna have more of a public opinion.
He already does. This one that likes to dibble and double in matters that he shouldn't be dibbling and dabbling in.
Can't lie though, he can dance though.
He's got good feet.
I
still.
saw him dancing with the president of Ghana and his wife,
Oh yeah.
You know he's
and he was moving good. You know.
You know he's spoken pigeon before. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. He has.
No, he's cultured.
He gets
He's
around.
he's cultured,
still.
he gets around, yeah.
So who was the person that mentioned the whole? Is he gonna be too dark?
I don't think it was him. You know?
I feel like it wasn't him.
I don't think.
I feel like it might have been Prince Philip before his time.
I don't know because the way he looks at Obama's face, Prince Philip, yeah.
That's
It could be him, innit?
Nah, because he looks joyful, man. It's like, yo, man.
Yeah.
I feel like he's not. Actually, they said it was a high up.
Guys, come on.
A senior royal.
We've all watched Scandal.
No, we
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah.
So it's the wrong crowd, baby boy.
I'm actually so upset.
This is the
Wow.
no scandal room.
I mean, I've watched How to Get Away with Murder.
yeah.
Wow.
I've watched that.
Yeah.
Boo, not boo, but boo at the fact that you've only seen one of.
I need to watch Scandal now.
No, Scandal. The reason why I'm just
Yeah.
thinking,
Oh, in terms of like the presidential, so on and so forth.
but also like
hierarchies.
the
and stuff.
way things are handled
within.
within. That's basically like Scandal. Scandal's like very much about like this woman who's a professional
Lawyer.
like handler, like
Oh, handle. Okay.
image or like strategy or whatever. Like
Like a
she will take,
PR.
yeah, ish, but like almost
Okay.
like damage control as well. So like if something happens, she and her team will fix the problem.
Okay.
So like as you're saying this, I'm just like, oh, but obviously
they've
they're,
got a
they're an
good team, though.
institution
They've
that has a team
yeah.
that
'Cause-
can make optics look very good. So that's what I'm
If you
saying.
saw Charles's video
Mm-hmm.
when he first
When you-
he was like, and I wanted to also share my love for Harry and Meghan, in their new role as blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, that's very PR
Like it's
Olivia Pope said, read that.
You have to-
Man said Olivia Pope. I said
no,
that.
yeah, you have to read that.
Yeah, but I mean, again, like I'm not even mad at that. I just feel like it's a weird time to be alive because I can't like the UK has been going through
It's trauma.
turmoil, bro.
It's trauma.
This year,
I'm
no,
not
in fact, the
phased- I'm not
last
even
3
phased
years,
anymore.
the last
I'm
3
not phased
years,
no more.
the last 3 years might have been the worst 3 years
It has
of
been. Of
everybody's
life.
lives.
Yeah,
It has been the worst.
Yeah.
in our
And-
20s, you
yeah.
know,
I can't believe it.
in our 20s,
But it couldn't get better from you, right?
Could it?
Yeah.
No,
energy.
Nah, I can't lie. Yeah. This is what I said in 2020. Yeah, when COVID hit, I was like, it can't get any worse. Then COVID went even deeper. I was like, it can't get any worse.
Then
Then
COVID reloaded.
Yeah, you know, what, cha-cha. and then obviously
Cost
like
of living now.
cost of living, and then there was the prime minister thing.
Yeah, you got this
and
trust
now
lines.
they're saying about energy prices,
No cap.
and then there was monkeypox at one point.
Wait, that was
It's
a-
still there.
Oh yeah, sorry. The monkeypox that is still here. It's so much happening at once that it's like I feel like there's something I should be focusing on, but I can't because there's so much happening. Like there was something I was meant to do. I feel like I have ADHD.
That's funny.
Like there was something I was meant to do, but I can't even do it
Can't even
because
focus
there's
I'm not-
so
I'm-
much happening.
I'm not phased anymore. Even the war in Ukraine.
But it's not healthy. Like
Yeah,
we
it's
can't be
not
living
us,
like
it
this.
is.
Huh?
It's because it's not us.
It's
innit?
because
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not
us.
us,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
But
minute-
at the same
The
time,
minute
though,
a certain somebody said, like he did say today,
Oh yeah, the threat.
the
yeah.
West.
Yeah.
I can't
I
lie.
said, ha ha.
And I can't lie. Unfortunately, God forbid, nothing surprises me anymore.
I hear that though.
I can't lie.
Yeah, I think we've gone
So
to
you're
that
telling
point.
me if you didn't just hear, there's been something that's happened
I think
in this part of
I think he'll let
London.
it off.
If he wants to, he will.
No,
And
no,
the thing
did you
is,
see- have
He's a madman.
Have you seen the simulation?
no.
There's
Oh,
like
yeah,
a,
yeah,
there's
yeah, I
like
saw-
a simulation.
What
for,
when
like,
they use
would
fake
I
happen.
can't lie.
I said,
It ca-
God, we have
Fake my
This
UI.
island-
It clears out the whole
he said,
island.
no,
bro.
he said, I will sink this thing.
Oh, I think I've seen like
It-
on a Russian station type
Bro,
thing.
it clears
I
out
said,
the whole
oh,
UK.
I said, there's no running. There's no.
Where
you running to?
Where you running to?
Where you running to?
Said, I will go down with this ship.
Yeah.
No, but if that, no, God forbid, it will never happen. Jesus.
Nah, I don't think it will.
No, but
But I feel like it happens
you know
every
the,
year.
the world.
A lot of
we-
things are coming
you know,
to a
you know the world ends by the way at that point.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait,
no,
think
no,
about it.
it does.
The whole
Because
UK got wiped out.
Think about the response as well.
No,
Think about the response
Nah.
from other nations
Chaotic.
too.
It's
And
chaotic.
even that aside, yeah, even like when that happens, the
no,
blowback.
no, not
No,
when, no,
and-
no,
and
no,
the-
go-
Okay, okay.
God
If,
forbid.
if that happens, yeah, the blowback, like the residue,
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
like,
the fallout,
the
the fallout, the
radiation
It-
alone.
When I heard that,
Will
because
finish-
I remember like seen like someone saying that
We shouldn't be
attacks-
laughing,
If,
but-
No,
if people
it's
were,
mad.
no, if people were attacking each other, they said okay. I think it was like years that they'll have to wait for the radioactive snow to finish. I said that.
We'll be
They
stuck
said,
in bunkers.
Just stay in that bunker. If you like, just be drinking your
one shot
urine.
pay, everybody. Finito. There's no coming back from that.
Nah.
Yeah, but no, I hear it though. I think there is a lot of there's a lot of things happening. It just made me think. I was gonna say, yeah, can Kanye West sue the Queen for using the black owl?
I won't be surprised.
He's going for a lot,
he
man.
He put on the easy shades though.
I honestly feel like
Oh yeah, he
He
did.
put on the easy shades.
So can they sue him?
They
for-
can.
probably,
They definitely
yeah.
can.
they definitely can.
What?
Why using her image? Like
Is
that?
he the
They're
one
mad.
doing it though? I thought it was just like a fan page just doing it.
No,
No, he
he's
did
not.
it. It was on his story.
Oh right.
But did he actually design that?
I don't think he did. I feel like
Maybe.
someone is
No, 'cause
doing it
he
on a
put-
separate
he did,
page.
No, he did a lot of mock-ups. So like he had mock-ups on like various billboards and stuff. So I
Thought I
feel
was
like
feeling you.
he probably.
Huh?
That nigga much. Sorry.
I beg your pardon.
Sorry. I remember like he put the shades on Ice
On-
Spice. So I was just going in my head. Sorry.
What do you think of the shades though? You think they're cold?
No,
I am not a fan of
Can
that.
never
But
wear them.
again, I wasn't even a fan of Yeezys in the
looking like
beginning.
Spider-Man.
But kind of like Yeezys are probably one of the best shoes.
But again, I wasn't a fan of them in the beginning.
Yeah, me too. At the beginning, I thought they were crazy. Now I've got some crazy shoes, but I love them. They're so comfortable, man. Damn.
I'll wait for the second and third reiterations of like the shades. I feel like
Yeah.
the first ones never bang as much as the ones that like
Mm.
like the Yeezys, for example. The nice Yeezys are the ones that came after the
Yeah,
first one. The
yeah,
first
yeah,
ones
you're
I'm
right.
not really a fan of.
Yeah, yeah.
So
you're
maybe
right.
the shades might, but yeah, right now I don't get it.
And he's saying that he wants to sell everything at a price point of $20. Do you think that's actually possible?
No. Because he tried to do this with
Gap.
Yeezy and Adidas before.
Yeah, and they didn't.
With the
they didn't-
trainers, and
they
he
didn't
wanted
allow
to
it.
he wanted it to be mad accessible, but I kind of feel like the thing that he may want may not work out the way he thinks, because like we all like exclusivity
Yeah.
to some degree, and I think that's the reason why the Yeezy brand has kind of worked so well, because there's a sense of exclusivity to stuff. So if he makes it readily available to everybody, I know he wants to get the world in one uniform, but
Yeah, he does.
I don't think that's
That'd be
gonna
cool-
happen.
that'd be cool though. But
Would it?
you know what is yeah. I think what he's doing, maybe strategically, I think is probably with the exclusivity. Jesus,
Exclusivity.
the exclusivity.
Yeah.
I feel like that actually is made a sort of cult following where everyone appreciates the quality and the comfortability of wearing a Yeezy product.
I suppose, yeah.
Because for me now, I've got Yeezy slides, for example. Those are the most comfiest things and the most durable things.
Right.
Like I can wear them anyway. I just know they won't.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Get damaged or anything
But I
like
guess
that.
like he's done that for a while though as well, hasn't
Yeah.
he? Like,
This isn't his first
yeah,
rodeo.
even
I
like
feel like that.
influencing like streetwear and stuff.
Exactly.
Like from before he
Yeah,
even
yeah.
had Yeezy, like
Yeah.
he dressed a certain way, and then sometime
Everyone
after
follow.
everybody started following. Even the fact that like streetwear, where it is now in like high fashion,
Jerry Lorenzo.
people are laughing at
Virgil,
Yeezy season
yeah,
one.
man. Yeah,
Now look at
kinda,
fashion
that's,
today.
That's what it is now.
Yeah.
Neutral colors.
Mm.
But I think
oversized.
that obviously came with a lot of persistence. Like he was very
Mm,
persistent
mhm,
about
mhm.
what he had in mind.
And
But
I feel
yeah.
like that comfortability factor is what will make it. It's likely I can see it being accessible.
But I don't think it will happen. I'll be very honest.
I want
Not the way
that.
that
I
he
want
wants anyway.
not the way he wants it, but I want that it can go even bigger.
Because I feel like if he wants it to be accessible, then he needs to make
It can't be £20 though. $20.
and perhaps this is just me speculating, by the way. Right now, with the whole obviously Adidas, Balenciaga suing,
No, it's Adidas and Gap.
sorry, and Gap, my bad,
Yeah.
suing Kanye
Kanye,
West
yeah.
for the whole thing. I think maybe this might be the test in time. Because obviously the reason why he was working with Adidas and Gap was because of like resources and them having like facilities and factories to
Yeah.
get the stuff ready to go and produce, blah blah. But right now, I feel like how most brands, like for example, Jerry Lorenzo with Fear of God, like he
He's still with
handles.
Adidas.
I don't think so. I think he has his own thing.
He's got his own thing now.
Yeah.
I think.
As in anything with Adidas or
no, his own
No,
thing.
separate. I think
oh wow.
I know he does more essential stuff now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like, and I'm saying, I feel like it might get to that point of him just doing it by himself, and then he can decide, okay, you know what, I can choose my price point from here. But even with that, that might cause him to do similar to what Virgil did, or even Jerry Lorenzo,
Right,
where
right.
you end up creating a sub brand for that affordable
So
stuff.
it's almost like
you know?
sales from something. You know how they do, like when they do sales, for example, they'll gas it up saying, "Oh, you can get 20% from this price," for example. So it's like basically what he's saying is that okay, you're gonna get $20 clothes or whatever, but I've not told you that I've actually got this other section of Yeezy
That
which is £1,000.
No, I hear
So
that.
that's basically what you're saying, right?
No, more so like he would have to have like the quote unquote premium version of the brand,
Yeah.
and then the more accessible
Yeah,
version
so
of the
the
brand.
$20 will be the accessible one that,
Yeah,
that
and
he
then-
promised.
Right.
But the actual real stuff that he actually wants to will be the ones
exactly.
that
So
will be
then
like,
he will be catering to that because I can't like right now. There's no way. Like even with
Doesn't
him,
even make sense
he
for
he
him.
literally serves celebrity like into something. Like look at the campaign for the shades. He's not putting regular people in
No,
front of it.
not at all.
He's specifically
Sort of like
choosing.
influential,
So it's like
yeah.
these people won't even pay if it was £20. People won't pay.
They're not.
They'll be like, I'm not gonna buy. I want it to be expensive. I want to know that it's worth something.
I'm
you know?
50-50 just because of like high fashion brands like high fashion. Whoa, pause, rewind, play again. Fast fashion brands like PLT are always like promoted by celebrities and certain people, and people go into collaboration
you're
with them
right.
too. So
You're
like,
right.
Yeah.
if there's a way that he's able to get into that, then I think he'll be fine. Like the same way, like a lot of
That
guys,
would
like,
destroy the
shop at
Yeezy brand, though.
Boohoo. But that's the thing. It's like, what do you want to be known? What do you want to be known as?
Yeah.
And
Because
your materials, what are your materials saying too? Because I can imagine they'd be like great quality.
Yeah.
Because he does love his like high quality products.
He does.
But realistically, would you make that much profit? Would you be able to say, I want to thank God for making me a billionaire? Because how much would you have to sell in order?
He ain't
to...
making no profit. To
Okay,
him.
if you feel like we can compare it, because recently Telfa Clemens,
Mm.
he did a collaboration with Rainbow, which is like a brand in
he's dropping
USA,
he's dropping all the bags.
and
soon, isn't
he's dropping all
Has he
the
not- has he
bags.
not dropped them already?
Someone pay my invoice.
So,
I beg.
what do you call it? No, he hasn't. I think it's this Friday actually.
This
Oh,
Friday,
why
yeah.
did I think it was last week?
No, it's
No,
this
they
Friday.
announced it last week that he's
Yeah.
gonna drop all the bags.
So,
Okay.
so again, like with that kind of situation,
pay
and
those
it becoming like I can't lie, a lot of people even got angry online saying they don't want a bag anymore,
Why?
especially because
Because anyone can get it.
anyone
Yeah.
can get it, and also a lot of girls know that their man or their loved ones are trying to get them a bag. So it's like right now, it's not gonna be, ooh, my man got me a this, or my girl got me a this, or it's not gonna be that
But
anymore.
wouldn't-
Now it's just
yeah.
like, oh, you gotta tell.
Which more
Yeah.
speaks about us than the brand, but that's
Yeah.
all part of branding, isn't it? It's that's the
I love how black this is.
like the relationship that the way people perceive your brand affects your brand.
Yes,
So yeah.
because I think I know the brand's mission statement basically
Ooh,
is
their shoes on there
for
still.
I think it's for is it for us or for everyone or something?
Jesus.
I can't remember what's the name of they have a quote on their page.
On their page, sorry.
I think it's something to do with it's for everybody. I'm
I know
I'm
it's
Yes.
supposed to
paraphrasing.
be-
It says not for you, for everyone.
That's it, yeah.
The-
And the thing is, they say that, but obviously that's not
But
really what
they're,
the brand has
they're,
been.
they're talking about diversity in like shape, body, whatever.
But
like, look.
I was
Yeah, look
no,
at
no,
the
no.
page, brother.
But I was gonna say I feel like it's different because of the size of the company. Like for example, like Adidas, they can make how many whatever. Like Telfar, they are a brand that's like they've been around for time though, but like
they have.
How long they been around?
the scales are
think
for,
2005.
Yeah.
yeah.
He started from
Lord.
like school time,
So when did it start to blow up?
like a few
years
pandemic
ago.
time. I
I think it was more
Few
the
years
it was more the handbags and like stuff that
So
helped and the accessories.
that's obviously made him
Mm.
okay.
And I know he designed some stuff for. He did couture.
Yeah,
And then he did some stuff for the Liberian Olympic team as
yes,
well.
he did. Yeah.
So like he has a quite
like
key
collaborations
collaborations.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Even like East Pack, like
Yes,
different
Uggs as well.
versions.
obviously.
Uggs too, yeah.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Yeah, that obviously their factory, like the way that they do their thing. That's
It's
why
a
like,
different workflow. I
fear of God
suppose.
as well. Like they can't maybe make a certain amount because of their team. Because
Yeah.
they've got their
Their
own
team is tiny, man.
like studio and stuff where they make the stuff in like LA,
Yeah.
I think, or New
Yeah.
York, one of the two.
But you see, that is different because, like, you know, for example, if you go fear of God and you buy a pair of shorts or you buy a top or you buy, I don't know, the sliders,
Mm.
like those are things that you wear and you can wear every day as a necessity as opposed to just an accessory.
Mm.
Whereas I think with Telfar, it's a bag. and it's more specific. Same as like even the shades, like Yeezy shades. You can't just say every day you're gonna be wearing the shade. It'll kind of like okay, it's not as specialized. But I feel like with the bags, that exclusivity made it. Let's be real, it kind of carried. It's carried the brand for a long time.
No, it definitely has.
But obviously now that we're getting to a point of okay, anyone can get it. A lot of people are like a bit like
Well,
you know.
you kind of have to transition. I think it depends on your values and what you want to achieve. If you want to become rich, you have to stop the exclusivity stuff and then go straight.
Or just yeah.
I can't lie. It's not possible to keep on doing that.
I guess it depends on, again, it's branding, isn't it? So
Yeah.
are you happy to be perceived in a certain way?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you still want to be seen as a certain way? That's high fashion brands. That's why it's priced at a certain point.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
be real. Like the quality isn't always the best, but we just know not everybody's going to be able to buy it.
Yep.
Because I'm sure
True.
Off-White
And stuff.
at a point was like that.
I-
But I feel like
Off-White-
Off-White was
Off-White,
was
I feel
a
like-
more rapid rise though to like become
But,
like
like,
this really.
Even like being Bin Trail,
Bintrail,
yeah, the
yeah.
like brand before, and Pyrex,
Mhm.
it's still pricey.
It is.
It was still
And it's
pricey
on-
back
Is
then.
Parrot still going?
Yeah,
I
I think.
swear.
So where did this continue it?
Wow.
No, I think but I think with these kind of brands, it's tricky because there's always reselling, and so that
Oh, so
market
it keeps it going.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one, I guess. But also, just on that topic of like, obviously, with Telfar being creative director of like Telfar,
Mm.
and then obviously Kanye being the creative director for Yeezy.
Easy. Yeah.
Like these are people who are obviously very closely, and then I know you mentioned like PLT for example. So
Mhm.
obviously we know that there's been a recent, and it's not recent, but let's be real, there's always a pipeline of like celebrity
Of
to
course.
creative director.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How do you lot feel about that?
What did they do?
Well, exactly.
That's the problem.
It depends on, like, for example, like a Kanye. I think at first, as the fashion industry normally does, they will like turn their nose and be like, "What's this?"
Yeah.
But when you hear or you see the amount of like dedication and passion that one has for it, the fact that he interned.
Yeah.
Imagine
yeah.
being as big as you are and you're
Fam.
interning.
He really like grinded though. He
Yeah.
actually wanted. Yeah.
Like him and Virgil interning for Fendi, and like I remember seeing some like the designs that they did. I was like, "Oh, this is like it's wavy. Like stuff is really good." I remember watching the Jeremy Scott documentary, and Jeremy Scott said like, yeah, Kanye used to like ask him loads of questions,
Yeah.
and sit in and stuff, and like even won Anna Wintour over somehow. So like the fact that other people are almost speaking to your passion and like how genuine it is, I think that speaks a lot. And then now, obviously, in the time, people like were like, "What the hell are you doing with like Yeezy season 1?" But then now we're seeing the way that he was ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
In a sense, with a group of other like streetwear designers, because there were other people doing it too. So when you see stuff like that, I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's dope. Like, it's nice to see that crossover. Other times when it's just like a face, and you're like, oh, okay, and then you look at the clothes, but then you think, one, where was the time to even do all of this stuff? Because I remember like some influencers, you'll come out of a show and
Yeah.
you've already got a collection and you're thinking,
Like,
but I
did
know
you
you
sit
didn't-
down and design?
because
or
that
pick?
takes a
Yeah.
lot of time. Did you
Yeah.
just pick, or did you actually influence and like were part of that creative process and stuff? And that's like the weird in between, because I feel like it happens a lot more than we realize for certain brands. Like I remember reading about Good American, and I thought it was a Khloe Kardashian company.
Okay.
She does like jeans
Yeah.
and stuff. I found out it's owned by a black woman.
Oh.
And, like, yeah. And it's the same with another Kardashian company. I can't remember what it is though, but another black woman owns it, and then it's like the Kardashians are almost like
Skims.
The face of it.
I don't want to say Skims just because Skims, I know like that's
very,
her thing,
Yeah.
but it's something. One of them, I think it might be Kim. Another thing,
Or,
like
okay.
a black woman.
Is that water thing?
I don't know.
So they own a water brand.
They own
they?
quite a lot of things, to be fair.
No,
Would
maybe not.
Would not be
Maybe they were
surprised.
sponsored by, is it Fuji? The water.
Fiji.
Fiji,
So
sorry.
they're probably sponsored. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
like in the shows and
They used
stuff.
to have
They're
it all the
always
time.
drinking it. But like, yeah, like I found out that the black woman owned it before. Then Chloe kind of came in, and then she now became like the face.
Okay, so do they buy it out at that point, or is it a
They,
thing
they,
of...
they're together. So like the black woman's still there,
Oh.
but like Khloe Kardashian is very much the face
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
of
brand.
course.
It makes sense.
And maybe
though,
she influences certain decisions, but it was already a thing. So it's hard because I feel like there's so many levels to it where sometimes this creative director is the face, and maybe they're like almost play a muse-like role where they inspire and their direction maybe takes in a certain way.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Rihanna kind of like pivoted or like was on that line of you're the muse of Puma, but then at the same time you're influencing designs and you're actually getting involved in the process.
Of course.
as well. And then you just have people that are like, oh, okay, if I put this face here,
It's gonna sell.
it's gonna sell.
Yeah.
Creative director does make sense though in using that context, because you're basically influencing the actions and the creative direction of.
Is that not more influencing as opposed to
Yeah.
creative
So
direction?
in the article on socialstudies.io, it says the heading is brands are seeing influencers as culture experts. They're relying on them to decipher what their followers want and what they'd actually buy. So the products they're creating are even more relevant and allow for a deeper relationship with the consumer, and actually leading to even higher engagement on social media. And this was a quote from Hannah Holland, managing director at influencer agency HLD Management. She said that working as an influencer essentially involves marketing yourself. You are a personal brand. Working as a creative director, you're just utilizing those skills and aesthetics you've built across your platforms and putting them towards a brand.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
I guess
So
it does.
it does make sense in that context, but the traditional creative director role, I don't think it's dead, but I just feel like for these fashion companies and these different houses, is like
Yeah.
it helps them to sort of navigate, okay, what do people want? How can we influence like people through our stuff?
It's an interesting one though, because it's almost like I get worried that we're losing. You know how people say we're losing recipes, but almost like the imagine like for those who have actually like done the work and have put time in the craft
Yes.
and stuff. Unfortunately, because does that then mean because they don't hold influence of like an audience,
They don't have.
have a say? Because I think we might have spoken about this actually. Almost like, you know, sometimes in the black community, why is it that the people, the loudest voices or the biggest followings, they are expected to
Lead.
Be the
lead?
leaders,
Yeah. I think we did speak about it. Yeah.
But there are people that know the stuff and do the work
Yeah.
and have the vocab that should be leading.
Mm-hmm.
But because they don't have the following, but funny enough, they are the ones that are probably inspiring so many
Of course.
influential and key figures.
Yep.
They can't do certain things. So it's a very weird...
It makes sense though. It makes sense. I think that's just naturally how life is. Like even if you look at the Prime Minister, for example, most Prime Ministers, in fact, all Prime Ministers are not just shy people. They're people that have got a big personality. People either really hate them, or Donald Trump is a great example. He's probably not the man giving all the...
100%.
somebody that is much smarter than him, that is more competent, is probably giving him the sort of directions, and he does whatever he wants anyway. But like they're probably giving him the information to be like, okay, do this, do that. Liz Truss, for example, there's somebody else instructing her, do this, do that, do this. She's the one that's carrying it. So in life in general, not even just the black community, I feel like if you're a loud person or you just got this charisma,
They just assume that you should.
They assume that you should be a leader, because I think for a lot of people they can't follow somebody that hasn't got the personality.
Charisma.
Yeah, the charisma. Yeah.
True.
It's
But
hard.
then-
You won't
but
be
then we
motivated.
will now complain and say, "Oh, this person should."
Yeah.
We still place this expectation. It's like music artists as well. Like,
Yeah.
we'll get upset that somebody hasn't got the vocal ability to like belt out certain notes, but like we're happy very much with like their brand, the fact that they and like their team also will be like, but they've got the image, they can dance, they've got
Yeah,
the style,
makes sense.
they've got the flair.
That's why I feel sorry for like backup singers and like backup singers and stuff, where it's like they have probably the best voices.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, because of how culture is, they don't have the right image or look or personality. So
X
actually
Factor is a great example
Yeah,
of this. Right?
yeah.
Like you see people that have the voice, like Susan Boyle and stuff, and probably different demographic.
Yeah,
of our
yeah.
audience. But like the voice is crazy. But like, if I think about where she's now, she's probably still doing stuff.
Susan Boyle could have. Susan Boyle was like the biggest thing at one point. Though. I
But,
don't
like,
think. Yeah, the brand thing might have.
I
But
guess
also
maybe
the
I'm thinking
the-
also
the
like
support as
longevity
well.
to the support. Like we will after.
until you mentioned her name,
Really,
I
I feel
forgot.
like Susan Boyle was like.
let me see what she's on now.
She was the biggest thing at one point.
No,
Obviously,
I'm not.
everybody
saying
has
she
their
wasn't.
time.
She was. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Everyone has their time, but I guess it annoys me because I feel like certain people are afforded that. Like a Ed Sheeran and Adele, in terms of music, are afforded that. Like we don't really care too much about you, but the music is great and you're a great singer. But there's a lot of great singers and
Last post was
songwriters.
last year, you know,
Oh really?
2021.
Oh wow. But like it's interesting because I feel like with some people, they are able to just focus on the craft. And the rest will kind of follow, whereas other people have to do
So like people lead with
everything-
people
everything
lead with the
else
craft, and
in
some people
order.
lead with
And sometimes I do think
Right.
it is a thing of like privilege in some instances, because I'm trying to think of like a black equivalent to like an Adele, but then again, it's like the UK. So
in the UK.
yeah. So of course, I'm just like, okay. I
For
don't
like
really-
if the world, I was just
no, the reason I say
Yeah,
the UK is because
yeah.
I'm just thinking about like privilege here anyway, because
right.
the way our culture works as well, we very much like people that aren't like really loud or like when it comes to the
We're
brand,
more conservative.
we're
in
very
that. Yeah, of
conservative
course,
and we
of
don't
course.
really care about the brand like that. So that's why the way our celebrity works here is very different too.
I think we're slowly emulating.
yeah, America, I
America.
think, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
you're right.
changing and stuff. But like, yeah, I think it's just very interesting to see like the impact that having
Influencer to create
influence
create
and
director
a
pipeline.
brand
Yeah.
can impact certain things. But then when you don't have the recipes, in the long run, how effective is this actually thing? Like, yeah, you've got the money, but then like in terms of like,
Who do you
the
study
output.
under? Like, what?
Yeah.
Where's your education coming
does
from?
it not like water down? I mean, there's probably people behind the scenes who have got the like.
There's
the
somebody,
credits and
there's somebody
stuff.
with a real power there though. And also,
Like you're saying about like there's two leaders, even though someone is the face of it, but
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
actually someone else.
there's someone
Mm.
else,
Yeah.
and that person that's there is happy to do it because they're getting the money.
But yeah, you know what? I think it just sometimes like gets me. Not gets me like, oh my god, it's deeply personal, but like more like it just. I think about it because I'm just like, especially in the day and age where we're very big on like authenticity
It
and
cheapens everything.
we
Innit?
like yeah.
Mm.
It's like okay, so it forces also people to feel like they have to do certain things in order to blow or to get where they want to be. Like rap shit TV show, great example of this, of people feeling like they have to maybe, or they explore that a bit, like, oh, my skill is great, but the packaging may not bang, so people aren't gonna want to resonate. Like certain, even women in rap, like there's certain women that rap that like are really well skilled, but because the packaging is not maybe the way that we've been fed for so long, it's like, oh, they're great, but then this other rapper, yeah, lyrics may not be as great,
But
it's a
about,
bop.
Yeah.
You know what show?
Thought I
One
was
show,
feeling you.
yeah.
Gonna shake my ass.
There's one.
Me too.
There's one show. With is it Rhythm and Flow?
Rhythm and flow.
Yes.
I can't lie. That's probably one of the best.
That was a really good show.
That was a very good show.
D Smoke's final performance.
We don't.
That
we-
was very
we-
good.
we-
It is.
I don't feel like we give that show enough ratings for
We
what.
don't-
No,
I
we
feel
do.
like-
I know, but I feel like we forget about how.
I don't think a lot of people watched it.
I don't think a lot of people watched it.
really.
Well,
Yeah.
people did watch it, especially like worldwide. But I think
But-
it's a different like metric because Netflix is worldwide as opposed to let's say having
You're right,
a
yeah.
localized talent show.
like a rap game.
Yeah, like you know what I'm
But
saying.
even rap game, like I'm sure not many people.
Who's blown from it though?
no, not a
I
lot.
can't tell you because I've only watched season
I
one.
think the last person I watched was Graft.
Oh yeah, he was bubbling.
He was cold, but like I follow him on Insta and stuff. But
Yeah.
like again, if the population's not really navigating or gravitating
Words.
gravitating.
gravitating to,
yeah. Nah, I hear what you're saying.
it's like okay, how are you actually gonna blow up?
But I don't think this is the thing, yeah. Okay, in my head, I'm just thinking back to the whole creative director thing, yeah. And I think of let's say Samuel Ross
Yeah.
or Salehe.
I love him so much. Man.
So,
I love his
but
journey.
I think one thing I'm realizing right now is a trend of a lot of black men being creative directors and being allowed to be a quiet, calm, collected, not loud creative director. Do you get what I'm saying? Obviously, the complete opposite would be a Kanye who's much more vocal.
I feel like
But
there's-
if you realize, like even Jerry Lorenzo, you won't hear him
I feel
like,
like there's a difference.
you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying?
I feel like there's a
Now
diff-
that you mentioned it,
I feel like there's a difference with those two though.
Three. Jerry
Those
as well.
three.
there's quite a few still.
I can mention, yeah.
Maybe because there's
much
like
more.
I feel like because there's results attached to what they do, that's why they can like afford to be quiet. Because the roles that they, if you think about like the way fashion is as well, it's like your product is supposed to do like the talking.
Yeah.
Let's
But
say.
why doesn't that work with creative direction in a general sense? Because obviously we've mentioned these brands, and we're saying that, like Black Bands were saying about, we're used to having people who are at the forefront or leading being much more loud as opposed to being just a quiet creative director.
Maybe because
creative director's not really the person that should be making the most noise, though, in my opinion.
But that's the
they're
case now.
Because my understanding of a creative director is like you're supposed to lead the
The
team
vision,
and a vision in a certain way, so you have the best people in your team in order to
Yeah.
execute an end
And
goal.
you need I think a creative director is nothing without the people. at the end of the day.
Facts. You're,
No, I
like,
agree.
You know what I mean?
it's a managerial role.
Yeah, because
really and
someone
truly.
like Virgil, for example, there's no way he was designing everything. Obviously, he
Oh,
designed some
mm,
stuff,
yeah, yeah.
but
Like,
for him, he saw the vision.
He
and
always
we're
made
like,
sure
okay,
that everybody was aligned.
You. And I
Yeah.
think that's why Kanye is a very good creative director, because I feel like even with, like that period of time when he did the song with the game with that monkey, and like all these different things, and,
What's up with that monkey?
and he's releasing like bare videos week on week on week.
Yeah.
I think it was the Heaven and Hell video.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just put together the right people
Yeah.
Mm.
that
To put it
created
together.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
That is a
yeah.
good example
right,
of, you know.
right. No, I agree. I think I'm just gonna shout out Andrew McCadsey, Beyonce, Parkwood's like creative director.
But again, like
His stuff's
what
amazing.
I'm realizing is that there aren't really a lot of black women creative directors who are.
There probably is,
for-
but maybe not on a
that we know, because I say
Yeah.
for
You know what
Puma,
I'm saying? To that standard
Right.
of like, okay, cool. Now we can literally we just mentioned.
right?
Like,
I can
it's
say
like
you
eight.
can reel it
I
off.
can't
Yeah.
remember her name, but Puma's creative director now, black woman, dope stuff, because they recently had a show.
What about Tiana Taylor?
What is she? What is she?
She's the
director of?
creative
She
director
was.
of Pretty Little Thing as well.
But US,
Oh, okay.
is she still?
I think so. I've seen a picture of her and Molly May together, but I don't know.
Okay.
if that
Oh,
was
okay.
recent.
Cool.
But even then, I didn't know if it was also almost like, because Sweetie had a thing with Pretty Little Thing.
But that was more collaboration.
Yeah.
Winnie Harlow had a
see,
thing,
that-
so I
that's
wasn't sure
all-
where that really like lied.
Mm.
Again, I don't know the
Because I
role-
thought it was just like a line of her
Yeah.
clothes, and that's
I don't know the active role these people play in the
Day-to-day.
end product. Whereas like a Salehi Brembury, when he did his stuff for Versace,
Yes.
that was evident. And then when he went to Crocs, that was evident
Yep.
again. So like, because I watched there's this YouTube channel called Idea Generation from Noah from Complex, who had a series called Blueprint. If anyone ever watched that, it's really good. And where they like break down journey and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was mentioning how like for Crocs, he was trying to, I guess, develop not, I don't want to say technique, but like, okay, cool, almost like replicating a thing, like a niche, I guess, like looking at the brand elements and seeing how you can like bring that out within the brand. So obviously Versace chains.
Yes.
Had a conversation with someone, was like, oh yeah, who, like 2 Chainz, why not make that moment happen? That makes sense. There's brand alignment on both sides.
Yeah.
And then with himself, now he's exploring like thumbprints and like fingerprints and stuff
Yeah.
in his work, and how that's becoming like his motif and stuff like that. But also like, because the results banged so much for Versace, but his CV as well.
So yeah, the CV carries.
Yeah,
on,
because like he's done. Yeah, even before that, he did stuff for like Payless, where they.
Oh,
and,
yes,
like,
yeah,
and, like, other
yeah.
brands where they like some wholesalers, they kind of like brands like, I think you mentioned House of Dairy on like Beyonce's mum's brand, and how like they would basically be like, oh yeah, we need shoes, and they design stuff, and it almost be like a tick across
Right.
what they're feeling. So because there's that extensive stuff there, I think that's why when now he's in a position where like, okay, you can afford to be quiet, but they know they're gonna get like incredible results. Same with like a Cold War, like his collaborations, Samuel Ross's with like Doc Martin or with Nike, and part of me is like, I don't know if
Converse,
they're like
yeah.
self-initiated projects, but they're so good
Yeah.
that like, of
He's
course they're
amazing,
gonna be
man.
like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna,
Yeah.
we're gonna work with him here, or we're gonna do this with him and stuff. And I think maybe because the results and because they're smaller brands, so it's easier to track like their brand DNA and all of these kind of things, and that speaks for them. Whereas with large corporations, it's a large corporation,
Fair enough.
so
yeah.
There's not much you can.
there's not much you can
It's a
really.
lot of red tape anyway.
Yeah,
But,
so
um,
that's why I'm just like,
how did Virgil bust it with Louis Vuitton then? Because I can't lie, I feel like
Off White.
Yeah, Off-White.
Off-White
was the
Off-White
thing.
was doing a lot, and then
Yeah.
when they pivoted into like women's wear as well, that's when they really took off.
you're right. Yeah.
So I feel like, again, you've brought something fresh and different into your own brand.
Yeah.
And like, I know quite a few high fashion brands are always looking for someone.
You need
to,
to
like,
you need
take
to see
over
the
and
track
stuff.
record before you can be like, actually, yeah, I can trust that this
Yeah.
person is
Even
gonna
like
take us.
I think Tom Ford did maybe he did something for Versace in the past.
Sounds.
After Gianni passed,
Who did he? Oh, there was
wait, no,
someone-
Gucci.
kind of a brand- Was it Gucci?
I think because it's from House of Gucci. Because I remember watching the film.
And then he was.
Yeah, there was
Okay.
like a younger version of him, and like, yeah, I mean, they saw some of his stuff, they thought it was really cool, and then he then like led the brand until obviously he did his own thing with Tom Ford. Yeah, I guess it's 2 different types of results. One is more like creative led, and maybe
Yeah.
one's more like analytics,
Numbers,
numbers,
yeah.
and that kind of thing. Which I guess you kind of
Depends
need,
on your
to be
brand.
honest.
I can't lie, a Pretty Little Thing. I trust that they'll do that. A Boohoo.
I hear what you're saying, yeah, because it's almost like
It's fast fashion.
It's
Yeah.
an
There needs-
empty machine that needs a
Trust me,
driver.
Fast
Yeah.
fashion is probably you need somebody that's
Doesn't
an
have its own
influencer.
identity. You can't look
Yeah.
at a dress and be like, that's the Pretty Little Thing dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what they do, they
Yeah.
latch onto anything that's popping
Okay.
and literally sell it.
And I think that's maybe the
That's-
difference.
that's what makes
Which
sense.
also loops us back into the Kanye thing as well.
Yeah.
And that's probably why he can't maybe afford to be as specific
Mhm.
because you'll alienate people naturally. So even with the
Mm.
tracksuit thing, maybe that's why that could make. I'm flipping on what I'm saying, but
Right.
before anyway. But like maybe that's why it could work really well, because if you're just making a one size fits all thing,
Then it could, yeah, exactly.
then maybe it could.
But
Yeah.
maybe that's why he's having so much pushback in the general sense. Because
Mm.
I think even comparing to his, I want to say peers, but they're most of them worked under him at one point. But like the Virgil or a Sahalehe or even like a Jerry, like all these people have a very specific thing that they do, and they never try to say, well, or maybe Jerry is a bit like Jerry Lorenzo is a bit more of a open, like, oh, it's
Yeah.
for everybody. But like I think most of them have a very clear identity,
Yeah.
and it makes them stand out in their own fields. So it's like what I've realized right now from what we're talking about is that they study under a great
Yeah.
place or whatever, or they just study in general. Then they either lead their own brand or they go and work under a brand. But what happens is that all through that process, they're still developing their own identity, which allows them to then use that as the selling point.
Yeah. I guess that's
So-
how
do
a
you know what I'm
lot of
saying?
like other
USP.
designers kind of start as well.
So then I
But-
guess creative directors, in some sense, are influencers.
They are.
no, they are. They are.
100% they are.
Yeah, but,
But then
maybe not as a sense
not
of
as-
Yeah.
influencers
Not
that we know.
in
Yeah.
every company.
Not
though.
in the way
Yeah.
that we see it with day-to-day influencers online.
Right.
It's different. I guess like they're influencing a different group of people and
Yeah.
different trends. On
They're
a certain
respected in
level
the,
that
respected
is-
in the industry.
Yeah,
The
like
industry,
I remember
yeah.
someone was talking about a car brand. I don't know if Kia. I think maybe
Mm-hmm.
like a head designer for Kia.
Mm-hmm.
I might be wrong. Moved to somebody moved to Kia recently. Maybe like Audi.
Has had amazing.
and the cars now are looking like
Oh yeah, the
different
electric cars,
beautiful.
yeah, the different.
And-
Kia's up now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And someone
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, because one of the like key creative
Yeah.
like, directors
Kia.
or designers
Yeah.
like left and went there."
Yeah.
So it's like somebody took that DNA. Let's say
wait, left from where to where?
it might have been a brand like Audi. I'll try and
Okay.
double check.
Okay.
Even
To go to Kia, but
even Lacoste now.
Yeah, that
Fam,
changed up a bit.
Do you know what I mean? So I can't lie. Creative director has a massive part to play.
Because they bring their own, like, okay, to be fair, even I'm just thinking about even celebrity creative directors. Tyler did that whole thing with Converse when he had his
Yeah,
own
yeah,
little run over there.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like it's interesting. It's interesting to see that like they always bring their own stamp.
Yeah,
to it.
and I think it's industries. It's all industry. It's not just random. Because I feel like with things like Pretty Little Thing and Boohoo, these influencers are fashion influencers. On their Instagram, you will see them tag, "I got this dress from, I got this from that."
Yeah.
Same way for a Louis Vuitton or a Cold War or whatever. These people are respecting their industry, so these are the people that will be circulating that they will choose from. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very interesting discussion. Would you ever be the creative director for the royal family?
Whoa, that was such a wild
that
turn.
went so.
My
left.
neck is whipped.
You know what?
No, thank you.
If they came with a brief saying, "Okay, look, Michael, look, Jude,
No,
No.
we can see that we've done a lot of
Where's
damage,
the alignment?
and we want to diversify."
No.
no.
Alright, so
But I put this. I said this in a safe space, and I was looking at a certain MP.
Mhm.
No, not MP. Sorry, a chancellor.
well, like that's a bit bait.
You know. Of a
I know who
certain-
that man is.
And I was like, this person either needs an image architect, or they just need a trim.
They
Might need both.
And yeah,
Needs both.
like,
I can help you, bro.
no,
Just
for
let me
real,
know in it.
'cause
There's no help.
every time
Hit me up, man.
every time I see, I get annoyed because I'm just there like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with you? Especially when you're rich and you just.
I just think about
That's
the
how
colour
you're
of
looking?
The color is so strange.
That's how you're looking, and you have money.
Man, it needs a trim.
I don't understand.
It needs a
But
trim.
for something like that, it had me thinking like, oh, that's someone's job, like to style and.
And
to,
that's
like,
the style that they decided.
Yeah,
That's
but,
wild.
no, but someone made a good point. Like my friend was like, yeah, all these wayward people of a certain color, like they always look a certain way. The braids are off, the hairline is looking wonky, the bowl patch is patching. It's always looking shifty, but it's all part of the brand.
But can a guy with a good trim ever get into
What
Parliament
with waves and a fade?
yeah, waves and fades.
Impossible.
Really?
Impossible.
I can't lie.
I honestly-
if I was that man,
you need to look
I
stressed,
feel like it depends.
bro.
I
You
feel-
need to look
no, no, no.
stressed. You
Look,
can't go in there looking refreshed.
You can have a good time.
I know this is Obama.
Oh, Obama
No,
look
no, no, no,
clean.
no, no. I know this is Obama,
He looks
but that's the
clean.
thing. It's the character that you're playing, because if you play like a smooth, really
Yeah.
cool
Yeah.
black
can't lie.
man as a Tory,
Yeah.
oh,
I can't lie. You're gonna.
you don't think this country will eat it up?
Everyone will turn to conservative.
Look, in this country,
Yeah.
anybody who goes that side,
Yeah.
it's either bold, it's either bold or like I'm telling you.
Or they're wearing a wig.
Listen, yeah. UK politics is not American politics.
No, it's
UK
true.
politics is stress.
But we're getting there.
We're getting there, I can't lie.
No, you're missing my point. Like, I know we're getting there, but it's the brand. The brand of UK politics is stress.
true, it's true.
So if you look
But
relaxed and smooth, they'll be like you're doing nothing.
So
you're
sorry,
on niche.
Use my word.
people that were saying no, it wasn't Rishi.
No, Rishi was looking clean
Someone
though.
was saying Rishi,
And that's why he didn't win. If you look stressed, he would have won.
No, that was weird. Someone was like Sajid is looking. But that
Daddy.
was-
You always say,
that
look
was
at
very
daddy.
interesting. But yeah, no, Rishi with the little hair thingy,
No.
and it's grey.
Rishi was patterns. Still.
Oh,
Yeah, but that's why he didn't win.
oh my gosh.
But he came Chancellor. But I can't lie. I can't lie though. Even that smooth look for the younger generation, for us that's cool, yeah. But I can't. The way the old people will grill you, they don't care. They'll grill you.
Why is this like waves in his head?
No,
What's
obviously
going on?
not
What's that?
waves, but if one straight line across the forehead,
What, beard and waves.
you know somebody can go back and do. Let me not say that because that's very, 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 very.
Yikes.
Let me behave. You don't
But-
think somebody will take a double take in that office?
Man's a double take. I'm so
You should come and contact us. We can rebrand you.
Nah, I'm sorry. Look, me, that's one thing that I know I would never get into. I like
politics.
No.
What?
No,
Okay.
I wouldn't. Either.
If Boris Johnson said, "Look,
No.
Boris Johnson,
No, thank
where's
you.
your integrity?
No, thank you.
rebrand me,
No, thank you.
Okay, Jeremy Corbyn.
No, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, see, you imagine.
You know what? I don't want to get politics.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I can't lie. I
'Cause
don't
the
want
thing
any
is-
allegiances to any party.
But
Yeah,
the
exactly.
thing
Free
is, people do this in secret though, because I remember like
Mm.
hearing somebody who freelanced. No,
Bear's got a blue flag in his house. Flying down
Y'all thinking-
that blue.
freelancing.
This is so. It's false
I know
information.
people that have freelanced.
Fake news.
No, I know people that have freelanced for the government.
Fake
And for certain
news.
parties.
Fake. It's fake news. It's all fake.
You do that so well.
Like, all of it is fake. It's all fake.
His voice is the most funniest.
It's always like, listen, and it's all
I
fake.
knew what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Like
Oh,
China.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say.
It's
I
all
wish you guys
fake.
could see Jude's face.
Oh, and hands.
China.
Nah.
But Mike, go on. So what, you're gonna do it, yeah?
No, definitely not.
Oh.
But I'm just saying there are people that do these things behind the scenes. Well, on a graphic design side, I know of someone who is.
If you're paying me something, I won't lie to you.
Yeah, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
yeah,
If you're paying me something, I won't lie to
think
you.
I can put that in my
Come
portfolio.
on, we've got a code. We don't cross that code.
We
Yeah,
signed
don't worry.
NDAs for those things.
NDA. I was never involved. But pay me though.
Nah, I'm sorry. I can't even take that money. Like, I even feel bad.
Yeah, I feel
No,
bad.
I can't lie
I'll
to
be
you,
done
man.
with
I'll be,
tossing and
part, I'll
turning.
be part of a
I
campaign that
don't
bangs.
follow no sides.
And then
so.
and then you be sleeping and you wake up. You know that meme of the guy with fire on his head, like, hey! And you be like,
the Nollywood.
yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that, fam. I'm good. Because then I just feel like I would feel too closely connected to a massive change in the government or any type of thing. If something goes left or right, I would be too connected. I don't know. But yeah, it's what it is, isn't it?
Last question to end it off.
Yeah.
What's one company that you'd be the creative director of, aside from your own?
Hey. Which brand do I
Oh,
like?
don't think too hard, guys. TikTok.
West Ham United.
Oh, you.
Oh,
said-
that
you
was
said
very
this,
obvious, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'll shift it. But I like the direction. I like the
Man
direction.
said, I'll
I
finish
will
them.
take you to realms you have never seen before.
I like the shift of it, but something like Crystal Palace,
Mm.
the football club, is a very South London black
I hear it.
club. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you see it, bro, have you seen the adverts in the you know, we send money to Africa?
Yeah.
All the Crystal Palace
Yeah,
players
yeah,
are just
you
chilling there.
Screaming.
Yep.
Like, but they've branded it well, so yeah, West Ham.
Maybe Palladiums.
Ooh, okay.
But it's just because I feel like they have such a beautiful silhouette, but they don't
know,
really
it
go
is nice.
any like it's just there. I feel like there's so much things that they could do, colorways, even like platforms, like like so many things. I just feel like maybe that might. I like footwear, but it's just maybe that. What about you,
Yeah.
Beyonce?
No, that's all for Andrew.
You won't
And
break
that's all
my
That's all for them
soul.
because that stuff is incredible. Maybe, but in the past, there's a thread somewhere.
You have a thread.
No, of what like I like to talk online just for talking sake sometimes. But I remember like going through this whole thing with like BET once and how I wish like BET UK like did things in a certain way.
I feel like you would be perfect for them.
Yeah, because I can't like they slack a lot. It's a lot of wasted resources half of the
It's
time.
annoying.
To the point where now they're just online.
I thought it's BT
Do
International.
they
now.
even have a website online? Because international, I remember checking the BET. I even added them like, guys, there's nothing on your BET UK website. What's that?
Yeah, it might be a thing,
Maybe.
I have to
Oh,
like
I-
see my connections and like pull.
Oh, is it?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
Yeah, man.
But it'll
Sign
either-
them up,
yeah,
create a
it'll-
director.
It'll either be that or like a Black Awards ceremony. I think I thought about the Screen Nations Awards once because I was like,
ooh, an award
What
ceremony.
about GRM?
I feel like they have a look and feel already. I feel like they're okay. I feel other people need help.
Wow, that help was very strong.
No, they do. Respectfully.
Oh, respect.
The Voice.
The voice.
Newspaper.
Oh yeah, you're right. You know,
But I can't like when it comes to them TV, it has to be low
it's not
key.
TV. Not
No,
TV.
the newspaper.
The newspaper.
Oh,
the
I
black-
thought you
the
meant the
black-
voice, the
No,
show.
no.
I was like,
It's
hey.
like-
But
I
that's
thought-
see what I mean.
You know,
They need a brand.
They definitely
Because-
need the brand
yeah.
because that's overshadowing them for sure.
But
Yeah.
it's just, when certain people are doing guest features, it gets a bit sticky. But yeah, I thought about that.
Yikes! I hear it.
Alright, cool. And magazine coming soon.
You're funny.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in to today's episode of Rule of Thirds. Feel free to share your thoughts with us using the hashtag Rule of Thirds Pod. And for more from us, follow us on Instagram at Rule of Thirds Pod, or our personal accounts for myself, Burns JNR,
Mike at _ man like Mike.
And Jude at Kente Kwame.
Catch you guys in the next one.